Hey everyone, today we're going to go through Sagrada, the app adaptation of the board game. If you know anything about Sagrada, you'll know that it's a beautiful game. They did a great job really capturing the colors. The stained glass theme is just gorgeous. So we're going to go ahead. I'm actually a huge fan of their app. So I'll go through and I'll talk through some of what I love about it. First of all, everything's really smooth. They've done a great job with just like little lighting effects. If you're unfamiliar with the game as well, I'll explain a little bit about the game. Everybody has this personal goal that's hidden from the other players. I think they're always a color, but I could be wrong on that. So we're shades of red, so we'll get points, as many points as we have pips on our red dice that we place by the end. Then we have tools. So the tools are things that we can employ. We usually only get one, maybe two uses out of them throughout the game, but I'll explain a little bit more about that later. So we can move up to two of the same color that match the color of a die on the round track. So that's like what marks what round we're on. That seems like it'll be difficult to do. Draft a die, then flip it to its opposite side. Fun fact about dice, the opposite, so the two numbers on the two sides of the dice should always add up to 7. So a 6 flips to a 1, a 5 flips to a 2, a 4 to a 3, and vice versa. Really fun fact, and I like that they employed it here. To some people it might be like, oh, that's so hard to remember, but they always add up to 7 if you look at the opposite sides. After your first turn, immediately draft a die. After your first turn. Skip your next turn this round, so that basically means you get the double pick, so you would want to use that on one of your first turns. If we see 2 red 6s come up, that would definitely be the one that I would pull. So color variety just means we're going for a lot of different colors. For every set of 5 we have, we'll get points. And then count of diagonally adjacent same color dice. Interesting, I've never played with the diagonal one. And then we have deep shades, so 5s and 6s are better. All right, let's get going. Wow, there are a lot of restrictions on this one. So it's giving us 4. You can see, since we're going last, we get one more little diamond to use for the tools. You can see up at the where it says U, directly to the left, right up here. You'll see those are our 4 that we can use. Down here, where we can use these tools, you can see the cost of them at the bottom. That will dictate how many of those diamonds we can use. The first person who uses it will then bump up the cost to 2, so it's better to use them early if you have the option. First play has to be along the edges. Yikes. Not great options, but I'll go ahead and put a 4 here. And as our second one, maybe it's bad to go 2 purples in the same turn, especially since we have this going. But we also do have the diagonal options, so this is interesting. I've really never played with the diagonals. Oh, they have a required diagonal of 3 on their board. Lucky for them. I don't pay too much attention to other people's boards in this, which is probably a bad thing, but it's kind of indicative of how I play board games anyway. I'm just not... I like to think hard, but not to the point where it makes me stop enjoying the game. So as soon as I see like a decent move, I usually just take it. Let's see. Obviously, it's a better strategy to try and get some of the ones that have requirements first, so that you have more options in the late game. I really have no idea how this one's going to go. The color's red, and we have nothing yet. So here's a good example. A red 4 would be great in this corner, because he's going to have to be red anyway. It also opens up more possibilities for placing around it, since I have other 4s all around it. A 6 would be the other thing that we could do in order to get points here, but that's just 2 points. So we'll go ahead and take the red. We're gonna get another shot. Oh no, I thought we'd get another shot at that 6, but that's not. go ahead and throw a 3 up in this corner, keep with the points for diagonals. Yeah, I guess a purple 2 is what we would really hope for at this point. So we can go up there. It's not really like a qualm I have with the game necessarily, but I do kind of wish the computers would go faster sometimes. That actually might be a setting. I don't know that I've actually researched that. Put a blue 3 right there, because it's not going to be a red 3. Actually, let's take advantage of our yellow 3. And if we can get a yellow 6 up at the top there, then we can get some more diagonals going. I'll also take the blue 3 as well. No. I just said this, and then I looked right past it. A purple 2 is kind of the ideal scenario. But you can see we're on round 4 now. Moving on to round 5. Cross our fingers for red 6s. Oh. Not reds, but they're all 1s and 2s. No, red has to go there, so we might as well take... At least it gives us some points. I really appreciate the sounds in this app. They're soft. It's almost my default to just turn off. Oh, we did a bad thing. Color of the die on the round track. How do you look at the round track? I've actually never had to do that. Yeah, what have I done? Because that's a dead space as of now because I have yellows around it. We might just have to accept that. Bad mistake on my part. Let's go ahead and place... Oh, it can't be placed there. Man, I don't know. There's not really anything good we can do with this. Actually, I want to put it right there, just because the things we can place there are limited. We're not going to be capitalizing off of diagonals right there. Got to see my nice time counter. It'll pop up again here soon and tell me that I need to stop playing games. Let's see, a red 3. I wish we could put it right here, but that's not going to happen. Yikes, this is not going to be my greatest game. One of my quirks is I don't like dice games because I feel like they are out to get me and they just hate me. But this one's actually pretty nice. I think you usually have enough options. That actually makes it really fun. Let's see. Go ahead and place this one. We can get some red diagonals happening. Hopefully. Any second here, my screen time reminder is going to come up. Alright, so we get our red 4 up here, which is what we want. Get 2 turns in a row. Let's take the red 2. Might as well up there. Some points are better than no points. If either of those are collecting points on purples, we got some high numbers. I'm worried that we're going to have a lot of blank spaces this round. Oh, there's our red. Oof. I'll place that there, just because we want the red points. We have nowhere to place the red. let's see, we could... Oh, I'm gonna do this and play that one. We are so shy on greens in this game that we're not going to get much of a point bonus for the color sets. And I think that's going to hurt us in the end. I think we're going to get hurt on many accounts. But, alright, a green 6. Luckily we have that. I would love to take that red 5, but we have nowhere to place it. I feel like we saw the red high numbers really late in the game, unfortunately. At least we're not skipping our turns yet. Let's draft the 6 because that's at least 2 points there. But we know we're not going to get that yellow. Alright, last turn. Let's hope for something we can at least place one of ours. And that blue 6 might work. Oh, the purples are all 4s, 3s. Oh man, that was unlucky. Draft a die and flip it to its opposite side. We could move 2 of the same color. So let's do that. Let's move this one up here. And then that will... Actually, does that even allow us to place anything? It doesn't. So let's undo that. I wish I could have called lifeline here. Moving 2 of the same color. So we're looking to hopefully place that blue 6. Same color. Yikes, this is rough. With a limit for today? I always forget about that. There we go. So let's do that. That will at least allow us to place a 3 there. Not a huge advantage, but it's at least something. Wow. I think Carmen might have gotten the better of us this time. Not too worried about Javier though. Let's see how scoring works out. Oh, I messed up my diagonal yellows that we had though. What I do like about this is you do get paid off pretty well for paying attention to what you have. Oof. Yeah, I think Carmen probably got us here. Ooh. Carmen did indeed take the lead. I would love to view her board. Oh, can I not? See, that would be... Oh, yeah, I can. Wait. Oh, there's Javier. There's Carmen. Alright, so she obviously got some high blues. She got this huge diagonal with her purples along here, which was handed to her, let's be honest, because those 3 purples had to be there. Lots of 5s and 6s, so she capitalized hugely on the deep shades. Interesting. Anyway, that is Sagrada. Wow, it's hard to transfer between these. I have to use 2 fingers. That's Sagrada. Great app. I love the sounds. I love the colors. It's faithful to the original game. and a great one that's pretty relaxing to play through. Love that it has a pass and play option, and I did not get 3 stars for that one. But everything's really pretty. I would recommend this app. How much was it? I think it was $7, but very impressed. I think it's well worth the money. That is my official review. I enjoy Sagrada. If you're looking for a pretty light dice rolling game, physically, it's a beautiful game and plays really well. Until next time.